I'm Molly, welcome back to my channel. This is day 11 of your 12 Days of Pilates challenge and we've got just 2 days left to go. So today's class is going to be a cosy and mindful stretch and flow session. We've got about 30 minutes of gentle mobility to work through with some centering strength as well, followed by a lovely calming relaxation to finish. We're going to begin seated, so come into the middle of your mat when you're ready, get yourself nice and comfy and let's get to it. So meeting me in the middle of your mat, sitting in a comfortable position on your sit bones. We're going to start with a little bit of breathing, just to ground ourselves into our practice today. So placing one hand onto your heart, one hand onto your tummy, and maybe you want to close down the eyes and just take this moment for you. Finding a lovely big inhale through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth. And again, breathing in, feeling the body lift in the hands, exhale, feel it fall. And as you take those slow, deep breaths, just start to become aware of your posture as we're sitting here. So growing a little bit taller through the top of the head, the tips of the ears reaching up towards the ceiling. Feel the shoulders melt away from your ears with every exhale, and feel the sit bones grounding into your mat, into the earth, as the pelvic floor lifts. Directing 3 deep breaths now into your tummy, inhale. Then when you exhale, just gently engage your core, so finding those centering muscles and feeling that connection. Again, inhale. Exhale. One more time, breathing in, breathing out, and then blinking the eyes open. We're going to place the hands down onto our knees or just rest them on your lap. And we're going to draw the chin towards the chest. We're going to start with a lovely big head circle, so rounding the head, easing through the neck. And chin draws back to the chest. Take it round the other way. Imagine you're drawing a circle with your nose in front of you. And then take that circle a little bit bigger as we find these final 2. Letting the shoulders move, maybe feeling the back round. And then back the other way. Noticing any stiffness in the neck, just being gentle with yourself. Lovely, and then bring the head up to center. From here, we're going to draw the ear down to your left shoulder. Place your left hand onto the side of your head. Right fingertips meet the floor by your side. We inhale, and as you exhale, we're going to walk those fingertips towards the end of your mat. Try not to pull your body with you, so we're really making the most of that side stretch. Lovely, and then changing sides, so ear to your right shoulder, right hand to the head, left fingertips on the floor by your side. We inhale, and then exhale, fingertips walk out and away. Lovely, and then from here, lifting the arm over, we're going to float the left arm up to the ear. We're going to find a nice big side bend. Lovely, same again, lifting up through the middle, placing your right hand down, your left arm reaches over. And again, keeping both sit bones grounding into your mat. And finding lots of lovely space between your ribs and your hips on either side. Lovely, one more each way. We're going to lift this left arm up and over, reach over to the right. Holding it here, we're going to bring this hand behind the head, and then we're going to draw the elbow down as we twist the chest. And then we're going to open the chest up to the ceiling as you push the elbow back. And again, so really trying to stabilize the pelvis here. So we're just rotating from the middle of the body. Again, both sit bones stay grounding into the earth. Final time, we open the chest, the elbow pushes back. We reach the arm overhead and we lift all the way through center. Placing your left hand down, your right arm reaches over. Hand comes behind your head, same twist on the other side. So we draw the elbow down, we rotate from the waist, and then we open the chest up to the ceiling, elbow pushes back. Using the breath, inhale as you come down, fill up the ribs, exhale as you open. Lovely, final twist coming down here. And then opening all the way up. Lovely, coming back into your side bend and then lift all the way up through center. From here, we're going to arch the body back, hug the arms forwards, draw the chin to the chest. And imagine you're hugging someone you love in front of you. Interlace your fingers, push the palms to the front, like you're cracking your knuckles. And then stack your spine up. Arms are right up above the head. We inhale. As you exhale, relax your shoulders down. Lovely. Then we're going to push the arms out wide and we're going to draw them into a prayer position. Your fingertips are tucking underneath your chin, your thumbs sitting on your sternum, shoulders are drawing back. We're going to find another little spine twist here. So we inhale. As we exhale, we're going to rotate your chest round towards the right. Inhale, bring it through center. And then exhale, twisting round towards the left. Inhale, center. Same again. So just noticing in that body whether maybe there's one side that feels a little bit stiffer or maybe a little bit more restricted. Just meet yourself where you're at today and listen to your body. Lovely. We're going to further this twist to the right. So rotating around, we're going to bring the left hand to the outside of the right leg. Your right fingertips are going to touch the floor behind you. We're going to push against the thigh on the floor to rotate that spine a little bit more and twist the head back. Holding it here. Take a big breath into those ribs. And then as you exhale, the hands are going to come back into prayer, holding that twist. And then we bring it all the way back through center. Other way, rotate round to the left. Right hand to the left leg, left fingertips behind you. Take a breath in. Exhale, we twist a little bit further, looking back behind you with the head as well, staying tall in these sit bones. Breathing in again. And as we exhale, hands come back into prayer, and then we rotate back to the center. Really nice. From here, place the hands down, give your shoulders a little roll, and we're going to come to the end of the mat to find a nice forward spine stretch. And we've worked through several spine stretch variations in the challenge so far, but today we're going to combine it with our roll backs. So sitting nice and tall, legs are in line with your hips. We're going to reach the arms out in line with the shoulders, palms facing to the floor. We take a breath in. As we exhale, we scoop through the abdominals, the chin draws to the chest, and we fold forwards towards those toes. And then we're going to stack ourselves back up to neutral, so rebuilding the spine, and then we're going to come into our roll back. So we tuck the tailbone under, the navel draws in again, and we roll ourselves back. Now, if you feel more comfortable to stay at your tilt or maybe halfway like this, stay here. Otherwise, if we can, we're going to come all the way back. The arms reach back behind you, we inhale, and then as we exhale, they float past the shoulders, we peel the body up, the navel draws in, and we come all the way back up to that lovely neutral spine before we come forwards into that spine stretch again. Lovely, stack it back up, so rebuilding the spine to neutral, and we roll it back. So as I said before, if your half or your tilt feels better for you, that's absolutely fine. Like I said before, meet your body where it's at. But just trying to find that lovely flow of movement wherever we're going to in our roll back, between that and our spine stretch forwards. Let's go for 2 more. So gently and slowly, rounding through the spine, just taking some time to fire up these abdominals a little bit as well. Inhale as the arms come overhead. Exhale as they float past the shoulders. Peeling that spine off your mat, really taking your time. Reaching over to the toes. Lovely, and then a final roll back, and we're going to stay on the floor this time. So taking your time as you peel the body down, working to place each vertebrae on the floor one by one, and then reach the arms back behind you and settle yourself into a full body stretch. Breathing in, breathing out, and again inhale, and exhale. Lovely, keeping the arms where they are. We're going to place the feet onto the mat. We're going to come into a little shoulder bridge. So feet and knees are hip width apart. Your pelvis is in your neutral alignment. We're going to press the lumbar spine down, the glutes squeeze. As the body peels up, try to keep the shoulders low. Inhale at the top, and then exhale, slowly bring the body back down to your mat, bone by bone. And again, imagine you're trying to get your tailbone as far away from your fingertips as you can. Inhale, exhale, same again, body lifting up. Squeezing the glutes, standing into the feet. Inhale, exhale, we slowly lower. Let's just go for 2 more like that, not spending too long in our bridge, but it's such a lovely exercise to mobilize that spine and find that connection with your mat. So enjoy it on these final repetitions. Last one, inhale at the bottom. Exhale, peel it up into your bridge. Hold it at the top. Inhale. And then exhale, we lower back down and really finding lots of space between each vertebrae. Lovely. Once your pelvis is in neutral, float the arms down by your side. We're going to find a little bit more abdominal connection, and then we're going to move back into that mobility. So right leg is coming up into tabletop position, lumbar spine is imprinting to your mat, left leg is coming up, and we're just going to hold it here and track our breath. So bringing your hands on top of your rib cage, finding a lovely big inhale. Feel the ribs open into the hands. Exhale, feel them close. And again, breathing in, breathing out. Lovely. Just keep breathing in your own time here. And notice the upper body, making sure we're not tense or gripping. Try to relax the shoulders down. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Lovely. Last one. Breathing in. Breathing out. Bringing the right foot back to the mat, then the left foot. Bring the pelvis to neutral and bring the arms down by the side. We're going to find some length now behind the hamstrings and the hips. So floating that right leg up into tabletop position. And then bring the hands behind your hamstring. We're going to stretch the leg up into the air, but try to keep your pelvis in neutral so we've still got that little bit of space between your lumbar spine and the mat. We're going to flex the foot at the top. And then if you're at your maximum, you can stay here. Or to deepen that stretch, we're going to bend the knee down, trying to get that thigh onto your chest. And then we're going to push the heel up to the ceiling. So we bend it down and we push it up. So trying to maintain that neutral spine, that neutral pelvis. One more, bending down. Stretching up, and then from here, if it feels comfortable, you're going to slide that left leg out underneath you, and we're going to walk the hands up the calf towards the heel, and now allow that lumbar spine to press down and let the body settle into your hamstring stretch. Staying here, taking a breath in. Exhale, try to pull it in a bit closer, really flexing through that foot if you can. Well done, and then we're going to bend the knee in from here, holding onto your leg. We're going to start circling that right knee around your hip and allow your pelvis to roll, allow it to move. We spend a lot of time in Pilates working on stability, but it's important to just allow our body to do its thing when we mobilize sometimes. So taking that circle one way, then the other, breathing deeply into it. Lovely, hold it nice and still now in line with your hip. We're going to cross that right leg down to the left side of the body, so allow the pelvis to really pull over. And we're going to reach the right arm out behind you and look back towards it. Holding it here for 2 deep breaths. We inhale. As you exhale, try to relax that right shoulder. And again, breathing in. This time as you exhale, try to pull that left leg down a little bit further. Lovely, slowly roll it back into center. And then from here, slide that leg out underneath you. We're going to take that little sequence on the other side. So bringing your feet back onto your mat. Your pelvis is in neutral. Your left leg floats up to tabletop. We hold behind the hamstring. Then from here, stretch the leg into the air, flex the foot, finding that little bit of length behind the knee. And don't worry maybe if the knee's a little bit bent or maybe your left side is a little bit stiffer. Again, meet your body where it's at. Try and pull it in a little bit closer, and then we're going to go for those bends and stretches. So the knee draws in towards your chest, and then we push the heel up to the sky. 3 more. Inhale as you bend. Exhale as you push, keeping that lovely neutral spine. 2 more. In and stretch. Well done. 1 more. Inhale down. Exhale, stretch, and then sliding that right leg out underneath you if that's comfortable. Drawing the leg in closer as you walk the hands up towards your ankle and hold it here. Nice. Taking a breath in. Exhale, try and pull it in just that little bit closer, really stretching behind the knee, flexing that foot. Lovely, and then bending the knee in. Start to circle that left leg around your hip, gently and slowly. As big or as small as you like, and again noticing in comparison to that right side how this side maybe might feel a bit different, a little bit looser or stiffer. Change in direction. Lovely, and then hold it nice and still. We're gonna cross the leg down to the right side of the body this time. So finding that gorgeous cross-body stretch, opening your left arm out behind you, and we hold for 2 breaths. Inhale, exhale. Letting that left shoulder soften again. Inhale, exhale, and just pulling that left leg over a little bit more. Lovely, and then slowly roll it back to center, hugging both knees in towards your chest. We're gonna bring the hands behind the hamstrings and we're gonna rock ourselves up to seated, so nice and slow. And then from here, we're gonna come around to all fours, so just crossing your legs over and making your way around onto your hands and knees. We've got our hands underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hips. We're gonna take a little cat and cow stretch, and then we're gonna stretch through the hips and the legs a little bit more. So arching the back up, tailbone tucks, chin drops towards the chest. We inhale. And then exhale, the tailbone lifts, the spine drops down, and then we lift the top of the head. And again, rounding through the back, chin drawing down. Inhale. And then exhale, tailbone lifts, and the head lifts as well. Lovely. From here, we're going to come into a nice neutral spine. I'm just going to show myself towards the end of the mat because we're going to step our leg out. So we're going to slide the right toes out behind us. We're going to tuck them under, and we're going to push the weight back into the heel to stretch the back of the leg, and then we bring it back towards the hands. So we find this little hinge, and allow that ankle to really roll as well. So we peel the weight into the front of the foot, and then we push it into the back of the heel. Nice, just 2 more, pushing back and over. Nice, 1 more, pushing back, and then bring the weight centered. We're gonna hold it here. We're gonna lift the left arm up, reach up towards the sky, finding a nice little twist. We're gonna come into a thread the needle. So we thread the arm through, bending your right elbow, and then we try to get this left shoulder towards the floor. Pushing off your right arm, we go again, lifting up, reaching up towards the sky, back of the pelvis, nice and level, and then we thread through 1 more time. Lovely, and then bringing the left hand down, bring the right knee back to your mat. We're gonna take that again on the other side, so stepping your left leg back behind you this time, and then we hinge it back into the heel. Bring the weight forwards to the hand. So a really nice one for the ankle, for the calf, a little bit of mobility through that supporting hip as well. Got a little click on my ankle then. Let's go for 3 more. And in. 2 more, keeping that pelvis nice and level. Well done, 1 more. And over this time, we lift the right arm up. So opening up through the chest, the right arm lifts. And then we thread it through, bending that left elbow, right shoulder to the floor. And if you're feeling a little bit too wobbly in this one, you can always bring that left knee back to the mat, lifting up. Lovely, and then we thread it through. Well done, bring that right hand back to the mat, left knee back to the mat. From here, we're then gonna step the right leg out to the side, so your heel is in line with your hip, the side of your hip. We're gonna step the hands 1 step forwards towards the end of the mat. We're gonna find a little hinge, so we're sitting the hips back to the heels, and then we're bringing the weight back forwards to the hands. Again, we sit it back. So it's a really nice one for your inner thighs, a little bit of wrist mobility, and again, that lovely hip hinge and mobility as well. Let's go for 2 more, sitting it back and center. Lovely, 1 more. And back to center, and then from here, we're gonna find that thread the needle again. So we're gonna take it on either side. Your left arm is gonna lift, open and expand the chest, and then thread it through, bending your right elbow, shoulder to the floor. Lovely, then place that left hand down, other side, so your right arm will lift and twist. And then we thread it through, keeping that weight even in your pelvis. Lovely, placing the right hand down, right knee to the mat, other side, so stepping your left leg out to the side, heel in line with the side of your hip, hands forwards towards the end of your mat, and we sit the hips back to the heels. We reach, and we lift. Coming back, and forwards. Still keeping these shoulders away from your ears. And your core just gently lifting to support our movement here. Let's go for 2 more. Lovely, last one. Bringing the weight forwards towards those hands, and then we lift the right arm up this time. We lift and we thread through, finding that lovely thread the needle, reaching towards your foot. And then place your right hand down, other side, left arm is lifting up, we open. And we thread, bend your right elbow. Lovely, bringing the hand down, bringing the left knee into all fours, open the knees, and then sit it back into a nice deep child's pose. So we're getting a little bit more mobility through those hips. And we hold it here, inhale, exhale, and again, breathing in, breathing out, and then slowly sitting yourself up. So just gently coming back into all fours, we're going to come into a nice little downward facing dog stretch and then bring it up to standing for some gorgeous roll downs. So we're going to tuck the toes under when you get there. We're going to lift the hips up to the sky. We're going to press the heels down towards the floor and just let your head completely relax here. Then try not to move your right leg. We're going to lift the left leg up into the air. And we're going to find a nice little stretch for the hip. So try to press that right heel down towards the floor. And then we're going to bend the left knee, finding lots of nice length through your hip flexor, through your thigh. Keeping that chest nice and square. Pushing that right heel down a little bit deeper if you can, lovely. And then stretch that left leg back into the air. Bring that foot back to the mat. And then other side, so your right leg will lift, left heel pushing down towards the floor. Finding lots of nice length through the back of that left leg, and then we bend the right knee, stretching through the hip. Lovely, and then extend it back up into the air. Place the foot back down to the floor. So both legs are in line with your hips now. We're going to walk the hands back towards the feet, and we're going to hold our little forward fold here. So giving the head a little shake, bending the knees, stretching the legs, and then slowly bring yourself up to standing. Shoulders are just going to draw down at the top. We're going to find a little roll down flow here. 3 nice classic roll downs. Inhale. Exhale, the chin draws forwards, the shoulders curve, the navel draws towards the spine. We lift up and over those legs. Hold it at the bottom, big breath into the back. And then exhale, stacking yourself back up. Shoulders draw down, head lifts, we inhale, and then exhale, we go again, chin to chest. Really should have put my hair up for this one. Slowly rolling forwards. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, lifting up. Grounding the feet into the floor as you stack the spine up to the sky. One more inhale, exhale, chin to chest. Slowly peeling that body forwards. Lovely, and then from here we're going to walk ourselves out into a plank. So gently coming down to the end of your mat, hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We're just going to hold it here for 6, for 5, for 4, head nice and long, 3, 2, and 1, and then slowly and gently lower your body down towards the floor, and then push yourself up into a nice little cobra stretch. So hands pushing up and away from your mat, shoulders drawing back, we inhale. And then exhale, slowly bring yourself down onto your front and then roll yourself over onto your back. Just taking your time. So we're going to finish with a little glute stretch and a little twist for that spine, and then we're going to finish into our relaxation. So placing your right foot on top of your left thigh, using your right hand, so just gently open the knee out to the side. And if this feels like enough of a stretch, you can stay here. Otherwise, we're going to pick the left leg up, holding behind your hamstring, and try to pull that knee in close towards you. Maybe a little rock feels good for the back. Well done, and then placing that left foot down, keeping your legs in this position. We're going to open the arms out into a T shape, flexing the right foot. We're going to drop the hips down towards the left, almost like you're trying to place your right foot onto the floor. Keeping this knee pushing up towards the ceiling, a nice one for the side of your hip and that lumbar spine. Inhale, exhale, and then slowly roll it back into center. Changing sides, so right foot to the floor, left foot on top of your right thigh, and then you can open the knee out with your left hand, or if you want to deepen that stretch, bring your right knee in towards your chest,
And try to hug it in a little bit closer. Finding that rock if that felt good before. Lovely, and then keeping the legs as they are, right foot down to your mat, arms open into your T shape, and then we drop the hips down towards the right. Your left foot will place towards the floor, and we hold it here. Inhale, and exhale. Lovely, and then slowly bring yourself back into center. Uncross the legs, open both knees out to the side for our final favorite butterfly stretch. Arms reaching back behind you here to find some length in the upper body. We inhale, exhale. Well done, and then closing those knees, float the arms down and rest them on top of your tummy. And just bring yourself into a comfortable position lying on your mat. Going to finish with a couple of minutes now of relaxation to end, to maybe wind you down in the evening or maybe to start your day whenever you might be doing this class. So lying comfortably, just let the hands rest on top of your tummy and allow the body to settle into your mat as you breathe in. Feel the tummy lift into the hands, breathing out. Feel it melting down. And again, inhale. Exhale. And just taking a scan of the body from top to toe, anywhere that you might be unknowingly holding any tension or any stress. Often we carry that in the neck and the shoulders, sometimes the back and the hips. So just locating those parts of you that maybe need a little bit more space and room to settle. Take a big breath in. And then as you exhale, imagine all that breath is traveling into those parts of you that need it, swirling around the hips, creating more room, more depth. Noticing the little muscles in your face, relaxing the forehead, the eyes, the cheeks, soften the jaw. Feel the shoulders falling and melting away from your ears. And feel the back body sink a little bit deeper into your mat, feeling that connection. And as we near the end of our 12 Days of Pilates challenge, whether you've made all 11 days so far or you've been dipping in and out, hold some space for gratitude for each and every time you've rolled out your mat, each and every time you've prioritized yourself, you've chosen yourself and shown up for yourself. It's an incredible act of self-care and self-love to carve out time to do the things that spark joy. As we head ever closer towards this busy time of year, try to hold on to those feelings of joy, that feeling of calm and gratitude for the time you've taken today, for the body that you have. And we'll finish now with just a few more deep breaths. Inhale. Long, slow exhale. And again, breathing in. Breathing out. And then final breath. Make it the biggest one you've taken all month. Filling up that incredible body just because you can. Hold it at the top. And then find a long, slow breath out. Sigh the breath away, blow the breath away, let it go. And then just start to bring your awareness back into your space and your surroundings. Wriggle the fingers and toes, maybe blinking the eyes open if they're shut. And then in your own time and way, find your way back up to seated. Or maybe you want to stay here a little bit longer and just soak up this time for you. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're feeling really calm and rested, and I'll see you very soon back on the mat for our finale of our 12 Days of Pilates challenge.
Have a lovely day. Bye.